report to Makwamne Japan, but not see a young baby. You know what we did? So then make a debussy to my back at the mini pay with mobile. So quickly we went round the country, communicate went round, and the village our when you pay will be and because you be say electoral commission there. You better than the way ye them didn't film to be one. Us say we too much obituary. And I be your death certificate in a damn zaman by you be a film. But as I said, so Kwabena Japan gave a directive. What we did was that you could do Wasai East. The major you do Wasai East. One on villages. Also, your book will be away we are. This no maha. Into Yazbamo. Where you copy my it's crazy. Easy export you those names from it. So the Mazi on Yazim cry and pocho atasa. So Mama kind the end young the baby yedun. Politics why scientific. Mobile. Any way haba. On your demin same nebeka nobema. Why the ma orcasan or Shagana for by the yenim say. Yes, me MPP. But I'm putting myself out there as a Ghanaian. That's one it's radio do not no more to Abamo because you don't know what you're on about.
I'm going to say be no more data no but no money available today.
No, so they should bring it out because we are all working in the interest of the state. Adamoba is in the constitution, I think Article 46, 45 and 46 the way it's on your electoral yana batone did so no duty or your mobile. Also, your political parties act. Yes, you were mobile. We're a member of the IPAC and mobile. Okay. See, AGYEMAN, what's your exhibition? Exhibition, what's the essence of the exhibition? Exhibition, you clean up voter rates as anomalies, mobile. And then within that, you say you have a whooping 50,000, and you're not bringing it out for Ghanaians to see that the AC is corrupt or bad. And then, I mean, it's in your Padam Fukra, SMS Ashamunamke demonstration. Doesn't make really sense. It doesn't make sense. Mastermind.
Okay. Madam say now straight to your constituency.
Yeah.
And what is saying?
I'm Pocho, more constituency Jananando. Now on the 2020 elections. Nana Kufado Chumbai about 16,000. And now you're Jogaten is an Okrofum. Due to fatigue. No, I'll for some time on Chedwa and Yejuma because extra constituency now. Population 140,000. If a second D, Takradi, Efia, Ezuboma, them three constituents on do a population.
Yes, sir.
Yes. At Takradi, I think it's about 50,000 population. Second D, 50.
You mean voter population? Or
no,
the population as a whole?
The entire population.
Oh, okay.
Entire population. As I said, never it's children's question back on. No, kakra. So it means that the constituency is huge. And yet you have 6 secondary schools, 3 universities, a Sipon Stadium, free zones, and then a lot of new sites cropping up because you was as well. And for me, party they change candidate. I mean, I'm a candidate.
Yeah.
My duty and my responsibility is to widen the gap. Yes, and this for no food. I mean, I'll be an kakran tea. But it is the it's got a term for Nankasa Wenguza or Kodo. Mpotata na AGYEMAN Sumaye be the former regional secretary. To myself within the party, into meaning party full we hear some, and then I know what it takes to reach out to the wider community to the Metu Maji votes. Mzaba Kenzo on Chede Ejene Ada in Pampotata sa Abazuno about development and all about. But the Eka said Ninja Kusha Maya about 23 boreholes in the community.
No.
Yes. Within 3 months. Means the Ibi Sida Anambwa 23. Your 45 communities have touched 23 of them. Ended a Kreko commission 26 classroom blocks. In a ban count no Zeni Maye the Majuman Elmamichan. Your lobby near Zobanti. Sabi member of parliament in Po Mutum Mokom Kosha Mayor then Mazaba. But to be soon in there, I don't catch on the Mala, Maba made the Mizusuba Mayor Kwanazing. Obi Kadama, either there on Kanukar and add on to politics, but because Mona, Dr. Baumiana, President Mahama, work campaigns is another America baby. President in poor urban. Onyum there may 100,000 kilometers of road, Anamba. Onyum do about road infrastructure. Unless, of course, okay, or can definitely they may pay them 50,000 roads. Road infrastructure. No, I'll list. no we score but or they who score ukitiman san determine anamoba the sika no so bo budget no best me be healthcare me be education me be road infrastructure. That's how governance I believe is elma mechana but obi balance oh remember what can na say when this phone what can na say remember me ni nyina mo na waka for machine kakra bi wa atro ekwa no so na ekotro da say ohia permit anamba oya abanzia
better no here engineers no assembly engineers na wo ma guide o na o wa ye kwan
yeah hold on to them na eko parliament epedeka promulgate laws and eka shambra and na ebu brother na kwa that's not because you think that people are vulnerable
o contender no sa no oye wo ho
meka some come wasam but that's because it's kind of get every tia obo ma me patch no we twa you 10 bi ho no so and chamrebe na ban no abo stop. You haven't actually gone through the right procedure.
Oh, okay.
Elma Mitchell and Hanty. MMZMIM there. We are campaigning on one. Zametumaya as party person. Zamusumayo a manum Pochewan. And also being an indigene. Because so do baby no what's oh yeah, Charles Bissy or your ho. Or your ho. Sabu, so was a chichirman and number. Na ho no was a chichirman no. Said Zimbisua. Na Echo constituency, your runabout or friend BC runabout
within the constituency. But I didn't know because of your
sir, and you'll be cocking to now a deca number or your ho of your grand quanta, you know, these things. But Hunterland, yeah, Hunterland, it stretches from Shama, Ako Kisi, or a grand quanta.
A grand quanta.
Exactly. Oko keep 3 points.
Yeah.
Okay. MMA Brazini, Takrazehin, former chief for BC. Zoti do sisi anu ma me ebisu eko nita kra zo ebisu eko asakaya otina do ko na ko branketia ne chia me kra ebisu no ma me kra ye obisu also ho enti sabi yenyi out and also to yehun izimbia osua or obizia but that's not what we're looking for. We are looking for development for the people na yerba ya bosom no minde you jogati ayibi musumizin da odam yedan moboso the why no do moboso the why no do no cho dem constituency bibia ojo ono kesi nte bon dem no no ye yedwuma bom papa we are moving together and Ghana mu de former member of parliament na parliamentary candidates relationship is so close then I don't know, I stand to be corrected bem no na pe bia na pe mbe akasa what is happening here irukwa so oban dem na say me take over then things will be smooth enough for me. So I'm going to catch I'm catching them. I'm catching into Pocho. Was so Fred and Merba.
Okay.
I don't know voice to the Moka.
It's not just Raju got to do it.
Oh, yes. That may have launching one.
Yeah.
And at some more exactly. And see, basically, no, I think that there across the world, man, Kade, Ubian Siama Yayan, but I'm in the interest of the MPP, saying I and the man obey because the elephant on a symbol in a year soon.
Okay. Now, you share 2,174 vote difference. And what can be said so widen the gap? Not just
2,174 for zero shake in Fonko 2024 now.
Is that
for zero shake? Nanyanko
because what the data and the science say, yeah, you man.
It's zero cover. And
not just we are talking about your friends 21,740.
Okay, I don't want to sound but said Nana Kufado in the 2020 elections now apathy setting in or trimmed by 16,000. Jogate used to get a lot more than the presidential candidates. Importata sa me so a fatigue no sim na ya yankofun biscuit and blouse minya hwe me importata sa. Okay, now Sisi ya kon Mr. Fazeri Shason mark na nyankopon so aton super good atasa minimejuma mreye politics or scientific as we speak no besiafu bia what we so from union to ladies Sisi ya ka 10,000. Yes, I have
within the constituency
motu megbo emfo na cho mo bia ne abazi ni data mo bo ya cho no wala hwe obia ni zin ne digital address am peda mekasra na mokoma kasra Pocho is on Yakushi, and Sunday own you want to use bread on Kazi. Well, I wish data none.
About
10,000 people.
Why?
Atasa.
I'm sure no we be say me so metima ka me.
Ni obia ne fie.
Obi Ghana card kra ka ho.
Yes.
Baby omo ti nyina.
Exactly. What phone number?
Mom telephone numbers so na wa.
Atasa.
We data we nyina
about 8,000. Yeah, 8,000. So basically what we're doing is that knowing the person you're gonna for you. And you never John Akasakeke. Into Mokwa, it's targeted. I know what meaning you pakun basing town. Because you can't deal with faceless people. I know mobile. So by having this data, when I go there, I know their needs. On other boreholes, inform them as to what I do. I mean, I imagine the mayor boreholes, mobile. It's a more community. Me young cousin was okay. Them ye has in your toilet for her, but ye knew so. You would do her. Another thing is sanitation. It's a more around no casa. Ubia can is able communities 45. No, Mokobonde bear 5. When he has a crew, a number. Into first one about priority in a million on your boreholes and so here. Because there are a lot of new sites there. Abandon your door expand wako a number of extending water facility. Undo yet. So in the interim, when your borehole of serve community, then it drops down to sanitation. Sanitation of course ball and your doors so handy. You know what's Bafano Ben knows about
Ben yeah.
Then I go to the district assembly and then I speak to them as to how them the governance. Now work there, you have a chief executive mobile that you need to work with. MP your job is to and then you lobby for things to come. And you use your man management skills to do them. I mean, say, my regional secretary, man manage MPs, man manage parliamentary candidate. I knew what was expected of them. Out of the 26, is a way you cross Asham in some brother Mutumaye. Crofubis or what from Union to youth.
Within the constituency?
Yes. Missing my middle name, no. What fan was that to be? Union to youth, I think there's about 6,000 of them. On one chair, what's what Bobo for cap be? And see, on chair, you be share, you be a youth forum. And I want to have all the youth. You better because I end there, Maids are bad nature, mean if you know. Obey interaction. You bekasa. And out of that, now them 140,000 population. Them population minimum youth no ahina way ejuma no wenye ejuma. You must first of all gather the data. Anamba. Minya data you among the one way economics or one way welding, one way the bojaza. Into that data no on your work of it. Mobile. Say Jumarba the day and what is private sector. Yeah, you private sector because though your database go ha youth in day why ejuma. On your day you be interfered while cool. Work for them you pay by force no oboko interview potata na company na phone because monko force will be in share company bidro na mfa mediocrity nko anamba because that company so it will grow companies within a scarcity no it will grow quality must come in nti why 10 na for 5 okay 10 here na interview one mahene potata because within the community of free zones your companies be ho or do fire nko dangote ho plot ho that big companies. Into MMA session, me want to bonkomo. As to what we need to do. Obisu pia, no so okay them negotiation. No ma mention them the wherewithal. Some can there we need them
I
only mobile betchen kwan. So that's how we do it. Okay. Through council, if I offer they empower them to do certain things because I'm more around meditating on as though inform them youth forum me and you there. Youth na pitodona mature UK for 20 years.
Yeah.
And so me politics kakra or me be hana mukro number so putting the two together as I know that development and then being consistent with people helps a lot. So if youth maba na mroko na mkache na obianzi mechi no menye adwuma mo police lots mamo na I can't do that. I'll never do that because police na year what for you youth no always cut and where are him. Na makache na mamo police. But no. Until as I was going along about 20-30 communities youth slots about men be no alpha. Now I educated them and said that first of all police a better quality the fear and police nimba no wasuman do mage no the traba sa no yam roba no wakafana obeoda so we must have quality in the police first of all onye de bia akwa na enye adwuma yen say them da mkeshe police not the psychologically wala enye wadwen the police na pede yem pocha atasa but he just want a paid job ejuma so zero kuma e de wa kuma e den oto yo man na de passion for it but you know so by doing that no then I delve into it and telling them that police maybe a year worth for 3,000 youth of Ghana as well 200,000 now about 50,000 100,000 open police it doesn't guarantee you going there but you know but through that any opportunity come every part no I have accounting and finance ejuma no nya ebi kura no asuan nsa na ejuma bi ejuma no nya atasa into why the police near stop gap and also there stop gap before that person I will not just push anybody anywhere we need to sit down and put you on now discuss into based on that no round them Ukrainian no informed okay they mean youth in a na first of all you the number of youthful people are all is got to you want your database ED say expect them for na but you are na one of entrepreneurial skills no you train one obi oboto buy in business kakra mba obi wanankasa ya abo no a start up in business kakra ebo na dem yipa no abe otefo dachi obi also no police na pedok of it no from because no papa na no am no police and no ba into no passion wo you see so by having that no then you can determine what you're doing for the youth but me be jam kada o mama o ejuma nti me chi da bia me nya demand nti bonda ba me feel is kada na young guys bi wo ho when you university if you want we SS no onko SS no onko school of there obi o say na papa ewu nti no no the university no ye na adwe no boko bi o me say okay o throw Facebook on the match me one na school mankasa from my primary days and a few of them I the university once why then or school nti I think them kakran so to my extent now I then while other youthful persons or not today social vices and so aka hihim no I don't know anye nti bonda mo ha bo na youth thing bia ba me adwuma me dey to ade bo me so kemate am say un padis no what sama hatana so o senior also okay what dey bia wo ba wanyem tira but say my group nam so one man so task no ye IT no ya no so hwebi young boys no way mejuma ebo ko mi fie it's got kojo krom no what you so that's how you sensitize them see if you say a youth no hu him papa but me politician baby jo me so youth in na mama on ejuma first of all where's the data
it's not just say you identify through the data who identify omo and show beyond the level of skills or
exactly
and some who baby obey position
exactly yes
but also baby MP say president be kosoro pa
also did all
they say cry now why you candidate in power
yeah so you see my prepare move for Juman because being a regional secretary for 8 years so I grow an umbrella
yes
my parliamentary my parliamentary prime minister in say Juman meta
okay
Lucy Basana Musa no man
a year no
I think 2010
okay
onu munna and 2012 no adam ko onobu Jomfia also the monko 2016 nam no adam me a candidate gidigidi onobu Jomfia se call nam say Sadabi because 29th of August court case no on the elections are won at the polling stations. I remember the month 6th of September nam krona na kufado Nima nam catch no monko MP biom not the interme so pedamo me regional secretary nam the boa party no you be paid for it nam so it's not about the money as I want to help build the party structures nam be so ndam so na your 26 constituencies na MPP as 8 NDC was 18 what have some see a G8 won some back years na 2018 to 2022 we retain him over that I maintained majority. And it's a way you know one. I is cut and I knock at 26 no. But my year not a may fail crowd a number.
Okay. Yane Cromwell Charles Cromwell no ban Charles na
Charles Cromwell. Charles I'm first name.
Charles Cromwell Unia want to BC and I no aiding common parliamentary candidate Eseka Doketa about to Pesua so in the name of New Patriotic Party. Ono na ye no bon komo enne anope o need 100.9 obi o for the first time we call parliament no amaka as o mabema bubi ade no kwan so no nim say na tie dom ne ade say no amane nyina wahwe
Oh, my sure say.
Because your name challenges and also at the end so still Mekone yan so there.
My Jerry, some year regional secretary for 8 years. I wasn't paid for it. I don't know.
Yes.
Nana me denzizi. Sabio Musa at the age of 21 I'm cutting UK. For almost 20 years. Yankopon Waibi, Elma Michana. Until how would I survive as the regional secretary Untioko and still no.
And now we are regional secretary in Tuanka, Yamau. Party regional secretary in one more bresa.
And I say na allowance crazy, but onya behind be ampocho. Able to say him there, regional secretary na a enjoy scan probessa one day. And you know, on yes or your BB party Juman or your Juma etu so the Ezosumpa or party a number. Yendu leveler, what your party officers called the Busum who pay you and I did or allowance as ye Juma. Now within that, I'm your regional secretary input. In there, near I think roughly about 700 or 800. No, I think about 800 delegates then across the region. In there, most of the delegates in one family, where you know one banana, me a passport mobile free of charge. Yeah. Now on one term couple to me demands, and I did a lot within that. And see, yes, me in there MPs in. Minimum MPBA okra no a chief executive. Now okra original first which supposed how much in minimum chamamba. And no you 60,000 a month as CEO. Oh NDC MP.
And so okra MP no afi na IBB.
What to know aka 3,000. I said hey how much in that I know the MPs wage 7,000 so be I think so. I said oh hey how much in minimum chamamba. Elma Michana. I mean, my prepare, it's not really about the money. A position that I've always wanted to serve.
It's innovatively no crime. Bears on a befaso na because I will kind no. And you want also over you crime. And they would to me is a ball who's no near the idea of common fund Kakrabeba. Common fund and so no what do any to they are and just said in some what kind of network are you building? Said they are. 1 month for name po awunya ye MP no pressure woman they told so. That's all be MP na pressure no be more. How are you going to address those pressure and pressure?
See, first of all, Juma no epedeya prepare on them catch the 20 I think 2013 year Crocotten. I think 6th of September.
Yeah.
Now current president na Akufo-Addo na MP regional secretary Nchoka. And you thought about me as a young person. There, Morocco MP, I can't the whole day, John Fia, also on Kobium, because I'm in Crop Primary School. I was a favorite to go grab the seat. Later, no Kojokum, so Kojokum Crop Primary School. Now, Mr. Afemi and the party, Jubaname, because I was informed by a few things within the party. Imagine the 9 Parliament at that time. Now, party no structures no strong. So I offered myself for 8 years now. The reason why I'm going into Parliament is not because you have 7 people. Yes, demands be higher, but once you are attending to independent demands, then at the same time you're educating people and then also empowering people. Oh, youth are them catch on. Okay, that's one avenue. Because a bond about the baby youth danka support Juma webeden a hobo to my oramba ho wagon. Dania. Maybe lunch, what some of the youth are mapping, Juma Mon, maybe if you know what she shall more remember, and years ago, Uncle Mudu now, and soup about 4,000 bottles. One now, maybe Juma Mon, young guys, what's so honorable, no small from honorable. Okay, ya bro and soup. Now, in there, as a mimindi, a boba copy into in years I years to born, but as I said. So it means that you've built certain guys when you are Saza, why I am on to one's war. The microphone on each other, KBB, or there was a premium, Pajasa, Mamma catch on there, also a there bunny, Condon, a there tree, will be a crucifix carcatan as a court. To either cannot abon you, say, Joan Kunism, no so young Kunism and Amboa. Damn now, as an Akanti, going there, demands are going to be higher. First of all, I must understand that. Yeah. But your political dispensation, more being there, as a Nipanum was side and as I come, because 1992 na my constitutional rule ben na obi ho a teacher mo ba onye nyina ate next day yet no we nya bia 4x4 na bibi nti o feel why is kenyinti expectations of you no obey higher imagine that them zaman nyina ba majeru say be some there oh aba kwan be fadaya yes mo one or two businesses bia me but on chede me business bo hwe nkrofo anamboa but me be yaza obe benefit yipepi. Two, you have to have the proper network. But you know, and I make sure the CCR number be 23 boreholes. So, me be MP no a number. No one can pay for you for bay. Nancy America, me mazam creme kay.
Okay.
But man come ha. Next time maybe interview my catch the done and says find the date on the Friday the 13th a number. What's why Friday the 13th on your good day, but in dobe good day, amen. Yamina do. My papa can catch the mass of them catch on nonsense on no about to put off and the date no to. And I'm no politics than being so mean shabo.
Okay.
No.
On promise you.
No, I don't do that. I tell you the truth. And then answer I rent TV bamoho. Obey us in the rent. I'm so okay, mobile kakra. But no abba bay too, so good so me I don't move be an afro namzamo. And I would help him to some extent. After baby also that rent no they no aka bobusa nam so okay aka bobusa so na yede nyame ase wa nti me nya bi am be dan mezbamo say okay no na hwe na insurance na na ayi na tasham da no muntumi ye adwuma for campaign nam so sorko just get up and go because I blackmail I mean, I'm making a mobile. Now, where's let them find what's all you jumapo. So, in politician, we allow certain people to blackmail us. Me and to blackmail.
Oh, okay.
Mwakuma pa meyazi. And I do those things within my own self and in my own time. But because I can't cry and change. But when the neck at Roa, also I mean a muzuke suanti. You must do it by all means. But you because I just didn't young bonnie alone poor and you hear a lot of stories. Me today some time ago say MPB on the man me job I'm in Penamo Parliament. That was about 8 years ago. In your call or gentleman ban just me constituent also okay them I am a best now they may ye numbers okay not so okay them are then for invitation mama now also have your and at that can put you pay all your Tadaka and you can send on but you no promise. Are you getting me? And see, we need to educate the populace because on normal maybe a politician go to my corrupt and mobile. No better. Ejumo edo and unto me, more. And I've seen some people going to parliament
yes, they're true.
Exactly. And see, if I'm telling you about all these things, not just the Mission BB. And so I should be able to manage that well. And they all want to about will be certain genuinely. Genuinely no. Saying to me, but to my show be more than one. So going into that position, you must have compassion, empathy, and then be assertive. But as I mark a compassion, empathy, because when you be more than assertive, one can so dock and half its kitten, represent pun.
Joe the man.
Boom is half man, a quarter now, put on no asun. Because one was in the way they a politician, or they will make certain demands, and we have to educate them to tell them that on your day, them not. You couldn't buy they take opportunity na chende. MP nejumeni, yonya MP nejuma. Nti mamre yamo, mankasa na meyeden, me yamo. The motuma ye, echramuntumi, mpochaza. So you draw a line by being assertive. And the man. The boy floodgates and one person away then obetro dachi it is good on the Saturday and see a lunch campaign on the Dombe pa
and it tells you now so be campaigning on the strikes of a year more party idea your friend is my year it is so far party now you be your there.
Oh yes onobu jogate a pair and to motume boy in zama why you had it on the no common funding. He's touched a lot of places, community centers, a circle one expansion of I think the dining hall, There's so many things. Every school, he's touched them. Your 6 secondary schools, Archbishop Potter Girls, Secondary College, Fijai, a Mesek, Diabene Secondary, Akaka Hantaman, every school he's touched them, done something there. Year road infrastructure. So say 2004, 2018, ACS upon Stadium Mobile. Honorable Jogati no Korea Assassin with this stadium Nisido. Nancho baby that I never proposed on command I think sports minister then. No was Shasas was no was Anjo Mubu Jendu no see. Jendu Park. No Joe or man or Korea Assassin. No was a base upon. And that stadium which is the refurbishing. Every day as MP more plans are meaning pay forecast you buy how stadium no baba for so because here in 2 minutes white elephant. Free zones, say free zones so your companies like Dangote, Plot, Jinta, one come where 1,000 you know inside more free zones with Skadkatan. Other industries there, quarries, farming, your fishing community, and all these areas, your fishing harbor, some fishing harbor. All these areas have been touched by MPP. Eshema, Tama, President Mahama Betsando for 8 years, and this MPP. There isn't any meaningful where constraints. I mean, then machine railway saying, but honorable Jogati Babak here near Railways University, Anamoba. Say them university no again. It is a UMAT we take over. It's one of
the constituency.
Yes, Railways University. So TTU, one business campus or Skadkatan, and the old Railways University on always Skadkatan, and Sana KNUS is another campus. So this is a community, road infrastructure, but problem roads because to them there are a lot of new sites. But the major roads are fine. Kojokrum and Nancy problem or contract and ocean why, but this is a drip and the drip project. They started Shame Road. Is electric area by electric area. You're better to be well with their government. Other machines are, but none of the machines they be so the Muslim Yakwan. The Mazwaya. If you think people will believe in you, but that's a Emia, Mung warrior had the number so I delve deep on my baby for BB. But that's for example, Munda abandoned drip project urban. Yen you paying for so no what you to know so if you know Dr. Baumia, so no the good idea was to pay. What hasn't happened? Some commercial boreholes and amoba. Them nam I mean what
okay.
Now why as an essay on be the Musume. Not today any importers you cannot think outside of the box.
All right. Charles Cromwell Union want to be sealed. Parliamentary candidates, MPP, and Edin Komo. We seek out the Ketan about to Empesu as some. So, Chaze, so far, and one of course, Mabe, the Titiru. Maybe some way because one why is secretary to the Interministerial Committee on Illegal Mining. The fight against Galamsey. Say and commanders are baby empire because in Suono you say said.
Okay. On the Galamsey something so the more history or papa.
History will be okay.
On the Galamsey as an Abanzaben. There are no timelines into dealing with the matter. And I kept saying that it is the monitoring of Nzama Yezaban, Ono Obama, to solve problem mobile. And I the discipline of the people who have to adhere to the rules and regulations. But as I said, say what ban or rules haba mobile. You ban mining for 2 years. You ban for 2 years. No, the government came up. I was a secretary to the Interministerial Committee. Do you know what you committee mining? Na mutroni concept. I wrote everything. Okay. I can show it on my phone. Okay, every document that is the Bank of Ghana. I led the team with Professor Akuma, Professor Mankwa, now Vice Chancellor of UMAT, Professor Amegbe, Professor Simpson, Dr. Nadi Diteku, Professor Mante. They were all part of it. The committee, I chaired it. Near the EPA, all the agencies came together and you put them documents together. Now, putting the documents together, any implementation calls for coordination, monitoring, constant monitoring. I believe the government is doing that, but Ghana had okay, your society, okay, the some random hey they gym kakrape no be at waste but that so it has to be sustained bring you be your friend sustainable development sure them book you should be your friend inclusivity and sustainable development refi ni nyina yes shame that mbesi afọ tona they community man when you know they were on board now then there are laws governing AGYEMAN and mobile into one now corporate no which is the last time attorney generals were actually about 8,000 were prosecuted one. I think I saw it last week. So it for me it is the discipline within our country. Indiscipline on normal or demand because when Saturday the document because them document no send this you say CPP may touch with minimum density and this over power CCR but the same document into me changing a him bia but that's that obiabaka responsible mining that make sure that we use less mercury we use them 3-point system nina into biarika responsible mining so why don't we adhere to what we're doing okay abana ministry led by Junapo or the major man Abujinapo the major man but me feel your community no because community you paguna be galam say ohon wonyimna
omani pa
ofi no be ofi space no be ya elma mchana when we were doing ours but the nya Ghana phone no aka for Chinese you know the video no be me video so I don't blame an ass so atasa nzembe obi ho a atasa o this kabeshim so onyido ye no akohwi atasa
I didn't say blame an ass
nemo dokro no enukara was it true enukara it's not true atasa
yeah
rather no be chicho obi crofo where yazin let's that be authority the bribe into obi 20,000 bro bia atasa was a come obi a nature video so now some no court into men can be but that guy atasa he needs to be investigated well atasa yem for no to that's
but maybe sound CID eba bonte be clear wono where your friend is saying OSP take over the matter level be na kwakodu
o say your court I mean am to court say
and one mom na
say OSP no
yeah
ono ne zenye there or your investigation also there matinam do not start mobile
yeah
odube no matinam do so nara investigator na so no investigator no so atasa MMS no work the tail end impediment outcome matinam do not outcome osa na so atasa say aba my bribe nti yenya hwehwe na ne nyanko be ne nyanko no ye special prosecutor ye kro hon kiseja bi no ya nas no lawyer atasa and I know minimum so crowd nti obe what did claim wanted na mza akọ human rights nti yema court in hwehwe I don't want to delve into it but point am be some there message matinam to kedo investigating atasa and yent samani yenya yakọ school obi anadwenda ho atasa yent samani obi mba bukata atasa he needs to be investigated on Ghana nyi bia no
yeah
atasa I've been through that for 5 years but to maintain to business reputation as an no corners I boom no and I'm saying that Ghana it's what's good mine I think PNDC law 218 also it is the preserve of Ghanaians ne was as no more no mamchana na kwa kafa Chinese no or mine we are no am 5% of the gold not 90% to repatriate to Ghana happen and your war there bank or China or man for loans up to $25,000 or mega lam siwa but that's so as why illegal it's illegal to them in their country. I don't know if it makes sense. It's an illegality in our country
because my mentor's narrative na say bank be or China
yes
and one loan of $25,000
yes research yeah OBA we no as university secondary school
okay
if you look for it almost $25,000 the fucker galam say Ghana ne oba na Ghana nya agida to abana hihye ne bro yenya dey yegitum no bifi ni fie no kromo aba no sede o the scaba no auto excavator no zamo excavator no kan the president Mahama can say the obo release nkrofo na excavator am on a day bibisa the excavator no nyum ownership ana do you know the ownership one ya chiche excavator me nkrupo e Ghana izia
excavators
yes
na Ghana for
talk about obo release am on you see on the what's in a park cast on your dem na poka fi
and no crowd
on your look
finding out
because moon there what's in a park ya contradict here because in the first place the machines no do yes Ghana you know dey nyim no keji na Chinese no the machine no the new investment but that it's part of my Chinese new investment until the document will be in the name of the Chinese person. I have the data.
Oh, sir.
Just
excavators in Chinese for there.
It's okay. You be said so profit to IGD machine. Now, time I'm your secretary, me one for documents in my Ghana. So your woman. Moba. Into over more clemency, something like that. An amnesty. You know what I mean? And before but you excavators, would you abandon my amnesty? Do be unfanism for track. Moba.
Yeah.
Free of charge. Yeah, why you need navy? Still, I say, yeah, then it means that I'm imagine that it means that there's indiscipline in the system. Kennedy Japan Academy.
Yeah, that is fine. But would you also agree? Say, well, more government, especially the president himself, then the president said the told lie. Time your friend is saying the mood was activated. Say you're quite illegal mining. All the necessary support.
Yes.
Your media, your support to any the account.
Okay.
But yet, baby, about bedroom. I just say president not relenting on his job, especially on the fight against illegal mining.
You see, yeah, my mama a free SHS. Abanza Ben. So I am run or pass it. Because yenya positive on to mama fu no bia aja abodo moba obi anenyo wodo mama kanata sa galamsey no okay ono no onyo bia no benefiting nto obi eyi nenyo afido does it make sense okay yam for 1D 1F no see another area growth man focus to the free SHS or a business community no woman focus but industrialization tell man by 5 years Bond of industries to spring up more. Atasa. Into one hour page one when you are better 1D 1F more. Into woman a lot of attention.
Okay.
So you apply it to free SHS. Free SHS or at the top. Because what benefit will be ambulance system. Or benefit in and MPP penny government or benefit the whole country. NHIS, free SHS, mobile, ambulance, okubibia. Ambulance. On your bian and Ajun Kodo.
True.
Into says baby people, chida ayer.
Oh yeah, na who say.
Into ake the galamsey. It's consciously no. I think that media no they be tell more yen. Yen can want some education constant in terms of monitoring.
But then you failure on the part of your government.
The government fail you fail because obia want a part to play. Or the document haba. Atasa, there are various agencies. Into our a two village in Udobia. Why them report? But sir, no more kakra na aji na ye. And I tell you, Galamsey is the only area, okay, MPP then this wobum. Yes, wobum, because what brings them together? It's not the political party; it's the money. Sir. So to fight it,
what do we do?
Otunfo.
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah.
2, I am for no so. Okay, until community mine years I am for you account. I don't know. I mean, since that time, I'm crying in Montreal. But what I'm trying to do, for I am for community, the investor, them the community manager, minimum will assistant, the investor himself, one away you want community and the district assembly. I think these are the people. Yakeda Obama. In time, it's a miscarriage. The local people where you want to be mobile. Nah, you fire him for New Year's. Offended district assembly to monitor them. On district assembly, no be IGF for more. And he be Yanaka Chrome, investor in no profit in which your boys nickel. Nina no, minim, how offended KC. But for me, the Galamsey menace is something. First of all, President One Kade Mokum, my fighting me within 7 years. Because first of all, I can no idea to be so there. How many years the Galamsey?
Oh, but say your name timeline crowd or the presidency also. So your name say it's a 4-year period in the Obeko. Because the presidency they told lie. It's a my timeline.
And what name brother, the master make a figure of speech. Because us there, many are prepared the Moku Galamsey and Amoba. One kade the document I told them, resign them in Galamsey na Atasa made. also
but on a verbal contract. Anything GDA and the eternity. Verbal contract to the nation.
Until a capture girl be na catch again there. One chant to my mewa. A verbal contract. No, what he said, no. We are taking. No, I see. Mr. Presidency out to line. So the new abroad Mr. Presidency out to line today. On the 7th of September, Marizana. Also, be new abroad. So, Okadama, he rally behind. Pochata, no, the Presidency out to 2 years ban by mobile. 2-year ban, Oben was in Zama to acquaim the AGYEMAN. No, Obi, Monsieur Fubi be also Darby, or that Mr. Scandal be too now. You think as our government in Atasa. So I know, Atasa, but point I'm making there. As you know, you're able to me deal with it, but Galam said, how many years do I hold him from Pochata? I do not know if there's any empirical evidence to say that. So, young baby that were of course for 10 years. It took us 15 years to do that. Then we have Atasa. But it has to be sustained.
Okay.
Or a sustainable fight. Because
well, to say ban, you ban a small scale, legally small scale miners in the ground. I don't know why. Somewhat, yet people are calling.
No, you see, it helped. So, here now, Uncle Branson, a number. Uncle Branson for some time.
Yeah.
Because the way I yazin, people went through hardship. But it helped us at that time. No, we are new park. Now concessions by 5 paper crown. Obi a photocopy. Higher measure. Until you sanitize the system. We got to know that you own this one. At the time, no way groups, I better told that we got to people to register at the Registrar General. Because first of all, no way as any company in Europe. Now you can trace it's Ghana card swaba. Into diamonds are meaning in an boy. Now, there was a roadmap. Roadmap was about to community mining home, how we export gold. That it's important there. MMS in there. You're monitoring implementation AI or you're sustaining. That's all. Because I can't see anything coming from the space. Is outward, but it needs to be sustained. Now disciplines who won't crashing because one was a machine one way to go there. You know it. A number. Why then can okay the time you own more soon to you should be bit of peer pressure within a certain radius and our legal concession on you soon know around your responsibility. That's why I did internet drones in the flying. Into the drone nature into your responsibility there. In soon say into peer pressure and peer review no so there will be no doing so or your baba home. Into people were doing that. Into one more care de crubido. Your one of Fimbiana will be from. I say, Paddy could be a boy in Segu, in Subim, River Bimwaha. No, my friend, no, me say, a boy in Su. Also, no, by Adam. No, me say, boy in soon, cannot cross in your, and a part report to Accra. Pajab, Ewa, and no fun any more do don't could your Benny as action. Or you're not no minor, the fellow minor, no catcher. Because we gave them that responsibility, that. So soon or say when you are a bed, you invalidate your license. Then the madam say, now when you are years and obey in your nas bed 3 or 4 or say as.
Okay. But anyway, share the way out because in fact it said the amount for sorry and I think that is the way to go. We shall let the organized labor, we shall clergy the manual to give me the equilibrium.
Yes.
Be a so that's the way to go.
Yes. And
I get as a president I order the military and the police. So one more cost the illegal miners.
Exactly. A man would them not see. And
then just like yet chief executive say maybe too quiet pa kumase kwan so me fa so pa na medru anyinam for 3 consecutive weekends medru anyinam railway so bia anajo be ye 1:49 wa ba kon aye 2:15 am na amount for the champagne. Railways no one now.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, DC is available. What is that?
On the way as night. Oh, Makasapia, the same thing, Namaka. Indiscipline. We need to sustain how we monitor it. Record keeping. One or two. Brother, Cocoa knows a headsman's rule. Anamoba. One or how you day. Until so you put money, there will be none. But the same system, no, it won't be about Pachoman. I can for him, so we be over Pachomano. Anamoba. So you pet fade the wire one. Anna. Inti. Na mekri no consume na za yen na ebonum bio.
They say the health implication.
It's in Canada.
TMA.
It's in Canada.
How many kasa registered nurse.
I will feel that out there no vault kwa. Brazil na no do no. What baba na koto. What baba wo fie. So these things I don't think a government no can alone because the way I hear public side fighters and one. Say there or abana not true biang better na village on fa no. Mpojata sa. But etwa Neso piece excavator room no that no yeah. Internet yaka bibi there interministerial committee yaka bibi there every 3 months. No idea publish mining companies in good standing.
Yeah.
It was all in the roadmap. But that's into our community no in that no mining companies for no ho. Into self two be back one. Yeah. Exactly. I don't know. Into Ninakas sustenance no how we sustain the monitoring. Okay. That's very important.
All right. Charles, you better say.
Mate.
Then no babeka.
Na meba motiro what say. Menum bia mako me request o de oboma one boy.
Anu no there.
Odam no e de obodam nyum.
Oh.
Hey. Wapum.
Oh, what send the amana na?
Wa so is amod dado.
Hey, there be o ma.
Okay, nta wozi. But ozikan meda etefu nyina ase. Ba wa posu mezemo.
Sa. Hey, and
Ozikan Mijize Jerry ejuma wayen oso bia na enwa.
Mehu.
Hey, mo campaign song guy I lunch.
Yo, mehu apa.
MPP for national.
Oh, sir.
Yeah.
Okay, mama shona me bonsa wa yo.
Okay. Oh, mo local people be no boy my hen.
Okay. Yeah, system yeah. Okay. It's where our campaign song.
I'm not Dr. Baumia.
Oh, okay. 2 years 2 ni na.
Oh boom.
And now, when network can also jina so there. Okay. Yeah, very sure about. It's a parliamentary candidate the ma a sika de ketan Charles Onua Wonto BC and I no in common na and the track okay measure na I'm saying I upload until last week while some
okay but that's it ozikan meda wase me just the ejuma pan worry wa hade there and pay from put the member na mamoso odama kumadon member na motin the iskadu katanze nyame adoma MPP be maintain the city ye maintain so na Dr. Baumia ye increase na so no vote in Parma yankopon ya adwa we busy president because more am few when there what's your Ghana your Christians by 80% no Muslims by 17%. Or then ye MPP for majority Christians ya to aba nya ya adwon kokko na yimon no chede yankopon pedot nsa because him dot nsa woni bro 2 million abras atasa we create so as the development or then or the back nti na nyipa no so ofi krokitkiti be wale na or then na wale krokitkiti otum kwa be offending deputy governor of Bank of Ghana, vice president of Ghana with Akufo-Addo nature for 3 terms no abosuma Ghana menka the why BBI pepe yes oyezen but maybe someone there NDC fan to obey then ma mechena nti nya eta nature papa and I believe that I mean it's got to get 10 move votes no obokosru national obokosru papa other areas no so the man be na yetum because I know why then obia no why then track can na kwesi then you isi kakran na ma isi we lose one integrity it's not right nti me just there or there hono so one journalist no what's the pressure to no do na what's the pressure to Mustafa Bandi no na some no on fire so 50,000 say exhibition no the essence of the exhibition is to find out anomalies be hana using ya I mean dan mo credit missing no way you crave him. Oh, my Michana. Make check his son. Well, and I'm not a son or warrant way initials.
Okay.
So these are that's the essence of the exhibition.
Okay.
Into one function.
All right. Yo, Charles, the internet and for careful. It's by way, me and the body amount. What's it? Body amount. I'm sharp. Yeah, that's how I can when we did 100.9. Yeah, Charles, Cromwell, Odia want to be sealed. And yeah, no, it didn't come on. A second parliamentary candidate, MPP.
What's cool, fresh and trendy with a new look? Makes you feel real good, that refreshing vibe. Satisfies you right just the way you like. Do you know? Do you know? Do you know? Ain't gotta do it alone. Specialized makes you flow. Anytime, anywhere. Specialized feel different. Always think specialized. Special ice, natural mineral water. Feel different. Think special. This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
Hey, catch it. Listen in here. And you ma beto to dia me baba no hwade no. Twem so betumi a. Hey, asew. Hey, now beka. Ya jon to ma me ensa duku portmanteau. This way chocolate drink. Na kan wo hwe afi bia nso beri ni waware ne a. This way chocolate drink. Na kan sia. Oh, asew. Wo den kan no ntum wo ho. Me be mo anu nso wo hye kwa dia ka ho. Wo hwade a wapi ho. Wo ka sa batete e da fom wo.
This way chocolate drink.
Crash up a baba worry.
Aso.
Ye fear said this way chocolate drink, yes, or no pan on yenum. Ye bishop free genome no snack. Ye nya ho no ye de serve womo. Ye did really a pebibia bob we had yasua. This way chocolate drink in yenum. And this one what's yanua has such a wom, cocoa wom, brick wom, bibia wom. I don't hear any so here.
This way chocolate drink.
You hear any so here.
FDA, I just said you didn't crack to more to say a ye.
Ghana Montie, Ghana Montie, Ghana Montie, Ghana Montie.
Ghana Montie Senior we need 100.9 messages were ha. Yen can be ma as usual. Malaba baby. Saran sona ye Solomon Asante. Ono so ha. Yen share o messages ni bi na yen kan fama. Okay, Mesha Kasante says, the most difficult job in the whole world is to be a spokesperson for NAPO. I, as a person, will not even accept 1 million cedis a month to be a spokesperson for him. Oboa. Mesha Gwinkwa de Oboa. Say NAPO catch us say, bejo 1 million cedis every month. Na kasa man aubeko. Ngrove won't be coming. Okay, on say, in fact, I pity Fifi Boa for how many times would they have to issue statements to clarify certain issues or transits? What a burden for MPP. His appointment as running mate has rather enhanced the victory of NDC. John enjoyed all the way. Mesha Kasante and now by Richard and so on from Masama. Also, like Peter, Samoa regretted of the action he took to join Dr. Baume's campaign team. Listen to Asamoah Gyan, henceforth, I'm not affiliated to the MPP. God bless our homeland, Ghana. I pray, like Asamoah Gyan, every Ghanaian will see the light and make a decision not to have anything to do with the MPP. Richard Eddie from Asama. Richard said, Asamoah Gyan, I can say, oh, yeah, this in the eye of the home. Hey. Gwen say, good morning, Mark Jerry. How does a country? Ghana said, and then where was you? How can a country stay solitary that was full of people? How is she become as a widow? A country that was great among the nations and princess among the provinces. How was she become a tributary? Anna friend could thank you, madam, say no message. Lamtekin Rashid Sam McJerry, the 2016 voter register, which was compiled under John Dramani Mahama, actually had trees and animals as pictures of people in it before it was edited for the elections. There is a fancy axiom that say others say if you funu enyasia ihu insama to win when you defy advice and belligerent where they belligerently or belligerently you go on probing the eyes slits of a corpse, you will see maggot. The NDC agenda is to paint the Electoral Commission looks bad in the face of the numerous supporters. Numerous supporters. And I said, "I'm not a I'm not a money. On the one draw, where did he? No, be sure search for bro. Citizen Francis. Lamtekin, I'm advising you, write simple English. Write simple English. Next time, what trouble Fakes about mankind? Also, John Mohammed's promise to extend of free SHS to private schools is alarming. How will the state cover cost when private schools charge 15,000 Ghana cedis a year, exceeding free SHS allocation? Mahama previously criticized spending 2 billion Ghana cedis on free SHS. Now he's promising triple. Citizen Francis. That's it. Interzone said, Power of Universe, we can't overlook your thanksgiving. Ghanaians must note that we can't escape an eagle's eye without God. Vigilant and industrial can be the benchmark. Also, Uchia Pekwe's fashion. Where is also, Dr. Mahmoud Baumia. Now, say Honorable Mrekuduka's MP for Takwa Nsuam, I agree with Patrick Osaji, my country Masongo, that we are not resetting on Nkukobu and Kete mortuary for the Zongo. 3 ships and discotheques. Okay, may I say OPK. Hey, what's that? I know idea na message is in the reset, mama. I'm saying make a reset in, then I reset you. I'm about my chair saying.
Papa J, Maje Osun.
Solomon Asante. I'm not doing what to say?
I'm not doing a papa now.
I'm not doing. That's. We may share discussions. Weekly retrospect, but now what we galam say, and common abapa. Now the Yatesa were directed your police and the military say one will take action on illegal miners. Any other matters? NDC and the EC. NDC 4 declared 17 September say one bay or yetre across the 16 regions, all districts. A woman we EC office one bay or yetre alcohol. Electoral Commission and a press conference. It is a convince the NDC to rescind their decision now. I'm all about my
Very well. Papa J, my minchi or not minchi at you for. I mean, solo. Na minchia me party mun pinifo ina. Na otwe mu mabo pro kakra. Ze to da dwuma no ye no nkran ko a enwie mu di ntimi de me nice form. Ze me kohwe enioma ekoso omiamia. Ebi di hon komo akire. But say that ye no weekly in retrospect. Ye hwe nsemo a retrospect ni me maker. You're not making how to pronounce certain things. Manon from here. It's a weekly in retrospect. Masati man. Retrospect. Me slim ni bawo. Me di nkruma.
Amaba yakwe ni mamefi no.
Kwanse mi hu. Onye penny ncheme. Nti mane na dwen so ko school cheme bra. That's okay. Minim ya meka. We ni say me say we ni mfi amadi. Kwa ma yini chan. Papa J kwa mpo ni say ma yini chan.
You're good.
Papa J.
Yes, sir.
Before I delve into the substantive issue, no. I mean, can wait here. I mean, Chair IGP, Dr. Kufudam Pari. And I'm renting your movie. There is this NDC activist, Mire Finidini Kakra, but I will set the name for you. Matisse, I can't say more social media. There is a video about a post for officer, a pose a threat to the security.
You also become Henry Cotton.
Well, I don't know whether he said he will kill Henry Court or any government official. I don't know about it, but what I do know is that the police force in some kind can undermine the peace of the country. And the constitution mandated the police service to maintain internal security and stability in the country and to protect lives and property. And to obin to mean grudge the police as they carry out their legally mandated functions. I read a statement issued by the police, Abrenton Omusakano. I don't know how far that matter is going. Papa J, as a law-abiding citizen, the last thing I will do, or of course support others to do, is to undermine the security of the state. Now, suppose if for some modern rabbi Jumadia, that mrano, what we expect them to do is not to apply the law selectively. Enti siache sa brentienwa. I expect the police also to look for Abronye and arrest him. Abronye akotna wuntumi radio and wuntumi TV. Then someone wakana say, I am quoting him direct. Osinya womu kwa nomu ya Jimmy Fukruma, meaning the NDC. Na womu MPP for so Jimmy adokro mpa. Na NDC ni bi eye bibi tia MPP ni ewo memfa no say nkranza. Ono beka se wo hye NDC ni ewo bekwai. Ana wo hye NDC ni ewo ashaman. Na wo hye NDC ni ewo adanse krufumu a pa babo ne trim ana say twese kan na twitwa no. Under what authority and what powers did he make those reckless, cynical, irresponsible, and criminal pronouncements on radio? Have the police looked for him? If not, why not? Is he above the law? Then a part to obey MONTIE, orders from above. Dr. Kufudam Pare, the IGP, can look for NDC activists and arrest them when their pronouncements are inimical, allegedly against the interests and the security of the state. But MPP chairman, regional chairman for that matter, can sit on radio and make similar dangerous pronouncements and get away with it? What kind of system are we building? What is good for the goose is equally good for the gander, particularly given the next few days to the general elections of December 7th. The stake are very ripe. And I'm calling on the police. The selective application of the law must end now. If Amalaba behaves contrary to the dictate of the law, get me arrested. Papa J, get him arrested. Solo, do same to him. It is the only way by which the police can restore, where possible, recover the restitution of their lost glory over the last 8 years. Failure to do so, I bet convincing yourself, given the fact that the Electoral Commission have become the second crime scene after the presidency, the police service is becoming the next crime scene. As for the judiciary, they're different ball, they're different kettle of fish to talk about altogether. At the end of the day, society will crumble. That notwithstanding, at the end of everything, there will be accountability. They shouldn't forget that. Because the injustice that we have suffered over the last 8 years is coming to an end, over the next 81 days or two. It will come to an end. Secondly, suppose before 10 years, they should look for Pius and Amheji there and arrest him. Nothing purges a man more than one's own ways. And you have a law student here. Nothing convicts a man quickly than his own plea. Pius have admitted on the viral video say, Australia visa scandal, no, he was the chief architect of the whole thing. And now, having committed that gargantuan and disgraceful crime
Also
at the
the
national level,
Australia,
Papa J, me pacho.
Also the Crawford
With all due respect, Papa J, let me flow. Why you on national level? I mean, man, the boss of man penny or ya pointo, I be clearing when you could do at the constituency level, echo shebo at the campaign message. Let me commend my boss, Malik Basental, and the MP for Sojaman for their swift response in the press conference of organizing NRA. Pius have lost the elections ahead of time. Now he's promising exit for students, secondary school students who promise some exit. These guys are individuals of warped wisdom. They have nothing good to offer. A Sojaman is a farming community. Predominantly. Ghana and TSCI, we are facing food insecurity. You can make that constituency, in fact, a food basket, if not Ghana, for the whole of Eastern region, which Accra shares the boundary with, for Greater Accra to benefit. One year, some people can't tell this year, so you about the what you can say. Over support Australia. Sorry, over support US. Some say, why you Australia? What kind of people are this? But the disgrace of Modia Kaomino over the last 8 years, which Pius Enam Hajide is one of the architects. They should know the day of reckoning is fast approaching. I am not surprised. O from Osonoma no moniaje, because of more than Mobofu. But Abua Osono so Yabua. Adia saying NPP are approaching the political grip of justice. And they know they can't escape it. Whatever be the case, you will face it at the right time. Papa J, on the 17th of this month, which is coming Tuesday, NDC, we are going for a nationwide demonstration. In as much as I'm so glad that leadership will declare nationwide demonstration across all the 16 regions, that will be led by the leadership, including His Excellency, the incoming president himself. I am dissatisfied about the time of the demonstration. And let me show why. Papa J, this demonstration is not an ordinary demonstration. Now, a demonstration, you call it. Let every Ghanaian pour to the street. Evade the office of the Electoral Commission, because the Electoral Commission is the constitutionally created body. And therefore, almost draw authority and powers from the Constitution, which is embodiment of the will and aspiration and the sovereignty of the people of Ghana. So the people of Ghana, the Hula Balunsa Ekosuinano, have the powers, in fact, inherent powers, to even call off the Constitution now and dissolve all the institutions so created by the Constitution. It is within the powers of the people to do that. And nobody can take it away from them. So if the people in a manner and in a limit laid out by the Constitution as spelled out in Article 1, Clause 2. What do we see? Impunity and recklessness. To the extent that, is it Samuel Tete of Electoral Commission? Was it Tete, right? Samuel Tete. Sir, a brave band in this for you who Yansa say, yeah, audited Electoral Commissioner was a voter register. Now, 2016, similar thing existed. I see. Papa J, that's the one. He does not need to say so expressly. That's an kind of sign of actually Ububaya Fiatebe.
Auntie Sana, when
Alaji Mahamadou Baumia, Koya in the press conference or Lisa Hotel, no allergy, the comparison of the Ghana voter register as it exists then against the so-called Togolese voter register. No, I say the system have identified potential matches. Blah, 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 blah. Later on, the Electoral Commission listened to them. 5-member committee was set up, led by the late Mr. Crab. No MONTIE the grievances are raised by the political parties, namely the NPP in this case. All the parties and civil society organizations, no more responses, no more, positions at the call. The NPP reneged last minute. They never go again. They never attended that conference. Eventually, Alhaji Muhammadu Bawumia said, so only 10% of the work, the remaining 90% of the work, it never showed up. Burkina Faso, Regis Akasombaye, they never did it. Likewise, La Côte d'Ivoire. At the end of the day, Burkina Faso, what we are saying, the conclusion inevitably that